Whoa! It is Saturday night, so that means it's time for yet another edition of Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. Tonight, we take on superhero movies. It's all happening now here on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.
It's Saturday night.
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture
with Kathy and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
Yet another edition of Kathy and Kenny Explain.
Oh, hey!
Hey,
Hey!
ho.
It's ho! It's Kathy.
Welcome to
And
yet
look,
another edition of
in
Kathy and Kenny
honor,
Explain Pop Culture.
in honor of us doing this show about superhero movies, I decided to wear my cape and my superhero costume.
Oh, wait, let me give you.
Okay, yeah. I'm wearing my Mr. Maestro outfit that I used. This is another rendition of it because the old rendition of it has a vest, and the vest is too tight. I gained weight, so I had to change it to a shirt. But this is Mr. Maestro. I auditioned Mr. Maestro in Who Wants to Be a Superhero, um, for the TV show Who Wants to Be a Superhero, and I was on the Sci-Fi Network's website for auditions of people who didn't make it. But but we are doing superhero movies. Kathy's got her top 10. I got my top 10, and we're going to do our top 10 superhero movies. I think there's one that crosses over to both of them, but you know what? This is okay. That hurts. Okay, so but anyway, we're going to talk about superhero movies, and we're going to give you a chance to call in. We're going to give you a chance to message us on our site so you can see what we're doing. But yeah, superhero movies, man.
So, yes, superhero movies. And I know this is Kenny's like forte because he loves superhero movies. I do enjoy them. So I will. Um, yeah, I do enjoy the superhero movie, and they have become such an iconic part of pop culture. So we figured, hey, let's focus on our 10 favorites, but more importantly, what are your 10 favorites? So
Yes.
by all means, share them with us. Share your favorites with us in the
Yes.
comments. And
And
go ahead.
oh yeah. Feel
And
free to
who's
call
out there
in.
tonight?
Yeah,
Who's
I
watching? If
don't
you're
have
watching,
anybody
say
on my
hi.
page.
Now
I know
here,
there's some other people watching, but I don't have anybody on my page watching right now because
okay,
I
because
too.
if you're
But
watching
please
on
can.
Kenny's can I okay, if you're watching on
Go ahead.
Kenny's page, we can't see your comments. So, by all means, if you turn over to our page, which is Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, if you put that in your little Google search bar, it should come up. Actually, I think if you just go and do a Google search and you said Kathy and Kenny um, Explain Pop Culture, I think we come up. Uh,
Yes,
I think we come
I
up.
want to say a
So
shout out
our
on my
YouTube
page.
things come up.
Yeah,
So our internet movie database comes up, and that's when we had some of our musicals were in that list. But if you go to your Google machine and type in Kathy
yes.
and Kenny Explain, we actually
I want.
rank.
Yeah.
We actually come up.
Yeah,
So
we do. Yeah, yeah, we do.
Kathy and
I want
Kenny
to say hi
Explain.
to so far my page. Jane is on.
Hi, Jane.
Jane Evans born. Jane went to high school with us. She was a year in in front of me, and a year behind you in Hatton Heights. And I used to have a humongous crush on her, but that's another story. But still, Jane is listening to us. Hey, Jane, how you doing? Why am I on the phone screen by myself? But anyway, we're going to go to superhero movies, and I did my top 10, and everybody's not going to agree with my top 10, but I did my top 10 on movies that impacted me, and I think that are groundbreaking as far as superhero movies go. So that's what I did my top 10 based on. And there's some movies that we're going to talk about that I didn't put on my list that I think should be mentioned, but we're going to go. We're going to go back to that next week. If you listen to us next week, we are going to go to we're going to do the SNL. Not ready for prime time. Not ready for ready for prime time players, which is the SNL celebrity cast who have made it to prime time, because the whole big thing when they first started was not ready for prime time players. But these people like Eddie Murphy, Adam Sandler, you know, different people from SNL who have made it to the big time. You know, and that's what we're going to do it on next Saturday. And then the Saturday after that is Michael Jackson's birthday. So of course we're doing Michael Jackson that Saturday on the 29th. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, but the
Okay,
first
and I think
don't stop
because we
thinking
went
it up.
live because we went live with a preview earlier, I think some people might be watching that, and that was only for like I think a 2 minute bump. So far we've been live for 10 minutes and talking about superheroes. And I'm sorry I had to give you the screen and turn my mic down. Um,
Okay.
because our dad was like, something's wrong. It's the same thing. It's at 13 minutes and it just stalled. So
We're having mic
hopefully
problems
we
there. My
are
mic's
we
not
are
working right. We're
broadcasting
having mic
live.
problems there.
Shoot us a comment so that we know we're live because none of the comments are coming up in the screen. I'm not seeing comments in the stream. So make sure you comment so that we know that you're out there. So I'm going to get the list started off with my number 10. And for my number 10, I have selected the movie. And I don't know, I might get flack that this is not a superhero movie, but my number 10 is Glass. So
Wow.
I'm going with um
I would count that as a superhero movie because basically it's about a villain and all that. And yeah, I would count that.
so you would count Glass as
I would count
and
Glass
again,
as a superhero movie. Even though I've never seen it, I know what it's
oh, you
about.
haven't
I
seen
would count it.
Glass?
I have not seen Glass.
Wow. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lauren, for helping us out. We are live.
You are
Bruce
live.
Roberts is
Thank you,
my
Lauren.
amazing media coordinator at East Iredale Middle. So, and again, I'm friends with half the teachers on my list. So they are now knowing about my secret, not so secret because it's broadcasting live on the interwebs, uh, YouTube show that
It's
I do with my brother. And again, this is something we kind of started doing during quarantine, um, just being in the house and figure, hey, we provide some entertainment, some brother and sisterly. See, that's us when we were little. This is my
that's
favorite
what
picture, by the way, of us when we were
I
little.
still
Because
do
I was
not like this
little,
picture
but I
because
can't
I
see my
look.
brother, but I just love the reaction. Anyway,
Do we have any pictures of me not crying or looking weird?
um, no,
I
we
think we
don't.
had the one picture of me of when we went camping. I think I was sitting down there doing finger guns or something like that. I don't know. It's ah.
So,
My awkward stage when I was younger lasted for a good 20 years. I don't it's okay.
so now, how about your number 10?
My number 10 is Batman. The Michael
I'm
Keaton
Batman.
Batman.
Okay. Oh,
Yes, I'm
Michael
Batman.
Keaton
Now let me
Batman. And
the Michael Keaton now I'll be honest.
I think you just did that for Bruce Roberts. I think that
Now I no, I didn't do that for Bruce Roberts, but what I did was I put that one like I was kind of tossed between putting the Val Kilmer Batman and the Michael Keaton Batman on my list.
Val Kilmer Batman? That's
Yeah, I
not
think the
real
Val Kilmer was
Batman.
one of. I think the Val Kilmer Batman was one of the better Batmans. Like Kristen Bell ranks
Really?
like fourth to fifth on my Batman list, and let me
Okay,
tell you why.
I think our dad has
Our
it
dad
right.
then
He
high
was
kids,
complaining to me that the stream was not working.
yeah,
So,
high kids.
hi
And
Dad.
see, this is the thing. We're
We
in
have
our
a fan
fifties,
base.
and
It's a
our
small
dad is
fan
still
base, but
saying,
it's our fan
"Yeah,
base, and we'll take it.
yes, we'll take it." But our dad is still calling us kids, and we're in our fifties.
Okay, well, hey,
I'm
it
having,
is what it is.
you know. But anyway, I'm
And
picking Val Kilmer Batman. I'm picking the Michael Keaton because that was the first one that came back in the '80s after Adam West did it all, and it kind of set off that prospect of doing superhero movies. It's
mhm.
kind of one of those movies that okay, we could do other superhero movies. And everybody got excited, and for the record, Ben Affleck is my favorite Batman, but he wasn't in a good movie that shows Batman. because the two movies he were in that he was Batman kind of sucked.
Ben
Val,
Affleck is your favorite Batman?
yes. My second favorite Batman is Val Kilmer, then Michael Keaton, then Kristen Bale, then George Clooney. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Adam West doesn't come in?
Adam West. Yeah, Adam West is before George Clooney.
Okay.
Actually, Adam West is before Val Kilmer.
I am so glad that you had Michael Keaton Batman on the list because I did not want to have to hear you be bashed by Bruce. So
Yeah, Bruce bashes me a lot.
so and again, it's a superheroes movie list, so there will be no Grease 2 or Grease 2 mentions. I'm going to my number 9 on the list, and as we uh show you our
Can I say
list, why
something?
don't you show us yours? So in the comments, by all means, please let us know what is your favorite superhero movie. And
Can I? Can I? Can I?
next
Can I?
on my
Can
list is,
Kathy,
I'm sorry. Yes.
I just want to interrupt you for one thing. Not to say Grease too. The guy, when Michael wore the mask and nobody knew who he was, and he came and saved everybody from the police. From he saved the Thunderbirds from the gang
Hmm.
with a mask on, with the helmet mask. He was kind of a superhero in that, so he's going to be on my honorable mention list.
Who is that?
In Grease too,
And
when Michael wore the mask and he saved the Thunderbirds from Kanicki's gang. No, not Kaneki. The other guys, whatever the bad gang was, when he saved them at the bowling alley, and he had the helmet on, he was riding all bad behind and everything. He was pretty much a superhero because he had no identity and he was saving everybody. So I'm going to put Grease 2 as an honorable mention on my list. Go ahead.
Why do I bother? Oh my goodness. I am putting the phone number up again. I just got to make sure that we connect, uh, make sure that we get the connection going so that the hotspot will work, the Bluetooth will
Please
work. So
call
let's
in.
get it connected in case we get a call. You can
Yes.
call on the hotline to share
Please call in.
with us your favorite superhero movie. Okay, cool. We are connected. So
And
that is
you
the
can leave a
number to
message on our
call.
site so you can tell us. And actually, is there a link so they can um
Ah, okay.
Suicide
Dr.
Squad?
Linster.
You know
Yes.
what? Suicide Squad wasn't as bad as people. It was bad. It was the superhero wise. It was a bad movie.
I don't think I saw
However,
Suicide Squad.
however, Will Smith, Harley
Oh, I
Quinn,
did see it.
and the
Yes.
guy who played the fire guy, and of course Viola Davis, all stood out in that
Oh,
movie. The thing about it is the plot wasn't good, and
how did
if for somebody that's a comic book fan, the plot on that kind of like, ew, that's not the Suicide Squad. They don't do that. Like, ugh. But go ahead.
Okay, see, you're a purist. I haven't read all the comic books, so that's why my number 9 selection is The Avengers. Now, see, and
Yes.
here is why I like it. Because again, I just like as many superheroes as we can get in a movie, as much bang for our buck. And I kind of wanted to put Spider-Man Far From Home on my list because I just enjoyed that. I really did. And yes, I'm that kind of nerd. And high school settings, there you go. I'm there. Okay, I'm a geek. But it didn't make my list. And one of the things I just like is when we do have like multiple like superheroes as a part of the Avengers getting that. And I hadn't seen any of the Captain America movies until after. And actually on my list, this is one that you can see too if you have Disney Plus. So that's kind of the cool thing with the Marvel movies is that you can see them all now on
Yes.
Disney Plus. Like they haven't blacked out any, I don't think. I mean,
No, not
I've been
yet.
going
Not
through
yet.
to watch and catch up. The only thing I can't get behind is the whole Ant-Man thing, but that's just me.
Ant-Man is hilarious. It's funny.
Ant-Man?
Ant-Man is funny, and it's a great movie.
Okay. If you say so. Any Ant-Man fans, shout us out in the comments. And if you are watching, thank you for coming along on our little Saturday night show.
Thank
We
you.
do it every Saturday night, 8:30. You can find us here on Facebook, Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, or on YouTube. KWAL Comedy is the site. And if you find us on YouTube, please consider subscribing and giving a thumbs up. We go to your number nine movie, which is
Black Panther. Now
Wakanda
this is your
Forever.
Wakanda. Now this is number nine. Now I put these in the order that I like them, and I love Black Panther. It's a great movie. Um, Apparently there's some other movies on my list that did it for me on another level, comic book wise. Because when I do these movies, yeah, I've been collecting comic books for since I was for 40 years. I've been a comic book collector. So when I look at these movies, I'm looking for the authenticity of it all, and that's why I don't like the Christian Bale Batmans. But Black Panther. I mean, there's nothing more you can say about the Black Panther. It did a lot of things. Um, it showed a lot of things, and it brought the true essence of the character out on what Black Panther was. Love that movie.
Yeah,
Great
see,
movie.
you're way too much of a purist. I just watch the movies and I just like them. I was talking about Spider-Man: Homecoming. That was also on my list. And I was debating about this because I actually like I can't think of the actor's name, the new Spider-Man. And I mean, I thought Toby
Tom
Maguire was
Holland.
great. And I even liked the Andrew guy. I didn't like him as much as Toby Maguire, but who's the new Spider-Man?
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. He's English as well, isn't he?
Yes,
Because I
yes,
know the last Spider-Man, they keep casting these English Spider-Mans. But there was just something about the Tom Holland Spider-Man, and I guess taking it back to that the youthfulness of the character that I really just enjoyed, and it was just endearing. And with Homecoming, uh,
yes.
what's her name, Zendaya? I
Zendaya.
feel like
Yes, Zendaya.
was really good.
Love Zendaya. I think
She's
she's a
awesome,
very,
and
I
she
think
was
she's a
really
very
great
positive
in
image.
Greatest Showman.
Oh boy.
She was also great in The
Which is
Greatest
now on
Showman.
Disney Plus, and I might check it out again just to
Check
watch
it
it.
out again, give it a second look, that's all I'm saying, that's all I'm saying. That is my number 8, Spider-Man, Far Homecoming. I did
Yes.
like Far From Home as well, I just thought that, was a cool movie.
Yeah, he's a
And
great Spider-Man.
speaking of, s speaking
I want to,
of
I
I'm
want to give a
sorry,
shout out
I
to,
can't spell fast enough.
no, no. I want to give a shout out to Janine Brown
Hey, Janine.
Cleveland, who's listening to us right now, who's checking us out on my Facebook page. My next number
See,
eight,
I can't
it's
see all the viewers unless they shout us out in the comments. I can't
yeah.
see them. But hey,
Um,
if you have a favorite superhero movie, please give us a call 704-252-8813. Be a part of the show, be a part of the stream. Also, shout us out in the comments. We will display your comments and get to everybody's comments. You're number 8.
is Spider-Man 2. This is the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man.
Toby Maguire Spider-Man.
Yes, the Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. And the reason I put that one is because that is by far, with him and Dr. Octopus, one of the best comic book movie battles of all time. One of the best. It would be up in the top five, top three, because when we saw that movie as a comic book buff, when you saw that movie, you saw um, Spider-Man fighting Doctor Octopus the way it would happen in a comic book. Like, of course, the buildings and everything else. It wasn't something like when they sat in a warehouse, they just fight. It was like they were fighting across New York. So it was great.
So your criteria basically is it has to be true to the comic book.
Yeah, pretty
See,
true.
my criteria is it just needed to be a good movie with a lot of action, and I don't even need a lot of cool super effects because again, I am I'm an easy watch,
Okay.
which is brings us to my number 7. My number 7 is The
Good
Incredibles.
movie. Real
The
good movie.
Incredibles. I think that's the only cartoon on my list, but I just thought it was just actually just a good cartoon. And you know what? I'm kind of envious of some of these millennials and Gen Xers because to me it seems like they're getting real quality cartoons.
Yeah.
In our day. We
We
had
didn't
what, the
get that.
Flintstones. We didn't have cartoon. We didn't have full length cartoon
We
movies.
had this. We had the Super Friends. We had the Super Friends.
We had the Super Friends, Wonder Twin Powers,
Activate.
Activate, but we didn't have like cool full length cartoon movies.
No,
And
we didn't.
again, I mean, we did have the Disney movies like gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Like Bambi, but
Yeah,
again, you got a deer losing his mom in a fire in the opening scenes. Just traumatic
depressing.
stuff for kids. And
Depressing.
then when it
Yes.
came to cartoons, it seems like we had a lot of imports because we had things like Speed Racer and
Hmm.
Kimba the White Lion. Oh
Yep.
gosh, Kimba the White Lion, and that's I think
Kimba.
I
Kimba.
don't think that was shown everywhere. That might be
And it wasn't
regional.
shown everywhere, but they were. They did sue Disney for Simba. Kimba, Simba.
Kimba, oh, okay.
They got sued. Disney
Well,
got sued.
yikes. Um, but again, those were all these cartoons that were made in Japan, and we had this lip syncing that didn't
Yeah.
match up.
It's like when you realize Speed Racer is actually lip syncing. It's like, wow, just take. You didn't realize that at the beginning, but now you do. And
Mind blown. All right. So, what else
my
we
number
got?
seven.
Um, I'm
My number
sorry.
seven.
I just think we need an applause break. Okay. I forgot all about your number seven is
Captain America: Civil War. Now the reason
Captain
I chose
America.
this over, the reason I chose this over, I remember when I saw this. Me and George saw this movie. And there's a scene where Captain America is chasing Black Panther in a Falcon. No, no. Captain America is chasing the Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier is chasing. I mean, Black Panther is chasing the Winter Soldier, and Falcon is chasing the Winter Soldier, chasing Black Panther and the Winter Soldier, and it's like a four-way thing with Black Panther, the Winter Soldier, Captain America, and the Falcon. And at the time that I want to say hi to Ayana and Annette, who are listening in on us, but at the same
Hello.
time, but
Yay.
at the same time,
Uh-huh.
George and I are sitting there looking at this in the movie theater. We're like, wow, we are seeing on the screen Captain America, Black Panther, Falcon, and Winter Soldier in a four-way. Like for us as comic book nerds, we were like, oh my god! It was like it was very like wow. It was on a spiritual level.
Speaking of George, your son, my nephew, happy belated birthday, who's
Happy
celebrating a
birthday, George!
birthday
Yes,
yesterday, which actually this is probably 2 days late if he gets to watch it from Japan. I
yeah.
don't know.
Um, where he at now? Where he's at now is the 16th,
Okay, all right.
and he will
So
be home in America in just a few days.
okay, awesome, exciting. Him and Milo and
You know,
and my
yeah.
wife Jess, and just exciting
What is your
stuff.
number six?
My number 6. Now, again, you talked about your number 7 being special to you because of where you saw it. And I'm sure everybody out there watching, those special movies are even more special because of maybe where you saw it or who you saw it with. So my number 6 takes me back. And I'm talking about Christopher Reeve's Superman. And I just remember being in the theater, and actually, I think it was in, what's the town that begins with a W? Gosh, I can't remember
Westmont.
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 There was a theater in Westmont that had a balcony to it that we saw Superman in, and it was so cool. And this is one of those old school theaters, not like the multiplexes of the malls, but we saw Superman in it. And I just remember the cheers the first time
I
Christopher
didn't see
Reeve.
Superman with you then, did I?
Yeah, we did.
I
I thought
wasn't
I
with
did
you. I don't
too, though.
remember that.
You don't remember when you saw Superman and the people cheering when he first turned it,
I don't
changed.
remember seeing it in the Westmont Theater. Is what I'm saying. I thought I saw it in Echelon Theater.
I'm pretty sure it was at Westmont Theater.
I was with you.
I'm pretty sure.
You didn't go with friends, and I saw it separately or something.
No,
I was
I
10
actually
years
thought our
old when it
dads
came
went
out.
to see it.
It came out in '76. I was like 10 years old.
I was pretty sure we saw it at the theater in Westmont, but I could be wrong. I'm old. It was so long ago.
Yeah, I don't remember what played at the Westmont Theater. Like maybe you saw the Rocky Horror Picture Show there, and you just kind of confused.
No, I know where the first time I saw the Rocky Horror Picture Show, I was actually with Daphne Gilstrap. We were in Georgia somewhere, I believe, when I saw the Rocky Horror Picture Show because I remember the only song I knew from it was the song that was in the movie Fame. Anyway, but Superman with Christopher Reeves, the original Superman,
Classic,
and I mean,
classic.
the new guy, I'm sure he's a fine and capable Superman, but there was something about
Let's
him.
let's let's
I,
be
I don't
clear. Let's be clear. No matter who play, even over George Reeves, no matter who plays Superman, Christopher Reeves is always going to be my Superman.
yeah,
I'm sorry,
Christopher Reeves is
is always going to be Superman to me. That's
is
just
Superman.
even though he's deceased, bless his heart, he's always going to be Superman.
All right. Who is your number 6 pick? Your number
My
6
number
pick of the
six
list.
is Blade.
And see, you're all by yourself with this one because I don't even think I've seen this movie.
Okay, the reason I say Blade is um excuse me, Chris Swanson. We want to say hi to you. Thanks for listening in. Even though the reason I say Blade is because Blade is what actually people think it was Iron Man, but it was actually Blade that set off the Marvel universe.
Okay.
Blade was the first movie of Marvel doing movies in the Marvel universe. So Blade is that movie. Everybody thinks it's Iron Man because it ties in with everything they did,
Mhm.
but it was actually Blade. Wesley Snipes, which was when you go over these movies, this is the difference between what Marvel did and what DC did. DC did the movies with Batman, Superman, and yada yada yada. They did the big titles. Marvel took the lesser known titles to do movies with. They did Spider Man, of course, which is a big name. But they did Blade. Actually, before the movie Iron Man was a lesser known character. He had the cartoons and stuff like that, but it's still worldwide. Iron Man was a lesser known character. So I've been reading an article and they said they asked the Marvel guys, what would you do to help DC? Because DC kind of falls behind the movie area and Warner Brothers. They asked the Marvel guys, what would you do um, for DC if you did their movies? And they said, we would take some of the B characters and make the movies for the B characters, not Superman, Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman. We would take the B characters. And that's how Marvel started off their platform.
Okay. So you see, you're not just getting our opinions, but we ask for your opinions too. So if you can share with us what is your favorite or top 3 at least superhero movies, and I'm sure if you give us your list, my brother will probably be able to tell you probably who wrote the original comic book that it came from, and
Yes.
if it came from a comic book. And I
Um,
think my next one did come actually from a comic book. So can I go to my next one, or you have more information on
no,
Blade?
go to your
'Cause
next one.
you're the Blade
Take take
authority. I gotta.
take me
I
off. I'm taking off my costume real quick. So take me off 1 minute.
uh, okay.
It's hot. It's hot.
So your costume's too hot. Oh, it's quite amusing, my brother. But he knows more about superheroes, and that's why he picked this topic. So I have to go with my next choice. And again, I'm just talking movies. And for me, superhero movies, Deadpool. Now, this was not a definitely not a PG movie because the language and the suggestive material was horrible and not for kids at all. Um, but Ryan Reynolds, I don't know. I wasn't crazy about him in Van Wilder, but as Deadpool, he is I think dead on, and it's a funny show, and I enjoy watching it. If you are a Deadpool fan, let me know in the comments if you
There's
Appreciate that.
so
Is
there's
that
so
off?
many things. You know, there's
Mhm.
so many things that I love Ryan Reynolds in.
Mhm.
Um, I want to say a shout out to Nina Kelly who's listening also. But there's so many things I love Ryan Reynolds in that he was in Blade 2. And he was in, he was in it was in two or three. He was in one of the Blades, and he did that smart quipping thing that he does that is perfect for Deadpool. And
Mhm.
actually, I believe that Deadpool 2 is better than the first Deadpool, and that's on my honorable mention list also.
Okay.
Because the one thing about Deadpool 2 was they had Colossus, they had Juggernaut, they had Cable, all these other characters, and you saw them interact and fight and Domino, and it was just like, wow.
Yeah, I like Domino. I like well, wasn't Colossus also Thanos? The
No.
same actor?
Oh, the same
Or
actor. Yes, yes, the same. No, 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 no,
Josh
no, 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 no,
Brolin?
no.
Wait,
Cable, Cable,
Cable rather. Yeah,
Cable.
Cable.
The actor who played Cable was also Thanos.
The
So,
voice of Thanos.
Voice of Thanos. Yeah.
What are you eating? Why do you do that? You know what? You have 23 other hours in the day for this little 1 hour. I mean, I can understand you having a sip of something to drink. You you're talking, your throat gets dry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But when we're on the stream, my goodness.
Okay. See,
My
nobody else cares.
goodness.
Nobody else
Professional.
cares.
Put it
We're gonna say
out.
hi. We're gonna say hi to Michael
Hi,
Harrison.
Michael.
That's listening to us. Um, my number six.
We did your number 6 already,
Oh, my
Blade.
number five. Are we on my number five?
We're on your
Yep.
number 5.
My number five
Well,
is
don't mess
here.
me up because I got them. I'm typing them in here as we go.
My number five is a movie from the 70s called Hero at Large.
Why does this sound familiar?
This is the John Ritter movie where
Oh,
John
John
Ritter
Ritter.
plays the actor who becomes a superhero because he's acting like a superhero. He's one of those guys at the time this superhero thing was either a movie or a product was coming out. And they
Mhm.
took a whole bunch of actors, they put them around New York to advertise and promote this movie or whatever they had coming out. And he was one of the actors. And in costume, he goes in the convenience store and haphazardly thwarts a robbery. So he goes to
Okay.
the news as being a superhero, and he purposely goes out and tries to fight crime as a superhero, as this fictional superhero. And I'm going to consider that a superhero movie because this is a movie I saw in the 70s when I was just getting into superheroes, and I loved it, and it influenced me. So, Hero at Large as a superhero movie.
Hero at Large as a superhero movie, and again, it's old school, but you can rent it right now on Amazon Prime. I think for 2.99. So, if
Yes.
you haven't seen that movie, that's one to
I
check
don't
out.
know. Y'all don't believe you didn't remember Hero at Large. We used to love
Yeah,
it as kids.
I know. Because I heard the title, I'm like, okay, I think, and then I was thinking of Big Hero or Big Six, whatever.
No.
No, Hero at Large. I
As
remember it.
kids, we
And
loved
actually,
that
when I
movie.
looked it up on the Internet Movie Database, and
Amy
we'll add
Archer,
all
I
of our.
think was it?
I'm sorry.
Amy
No,
Archer, that actress, Amy Archer.
Amy Archer is in it.
Yes.
Yes,
What
she
happened
is.
to her? She's not on anything anymore.
I don't know. I haven't seen Amy Archer around at all. Burt Convey was in it as well. All right, moving on up our list, we are counting down some of our top 10 favorite superhero movies. And my brother is giving some background on the origin, especially when it comes to talking about the comic books that some of these movies originate from. Number 4 on my list, and I keep waving my list because, yes, we actually do take the time to kind of
Make a
craft
list,
our
yes.
list. Yeah.
Mine,
um,
mine is on my my pad.
Oh, okay, your iPad. You're cool. All right. So if you're joining us, if you want to join in and let us know what's on your list, you can call us at
Please call in. Call in.
704-252-8813. Also, in your comments, if you want to let us know what your favorite superhero movie is.
Yes.
Uh, yeah. Let's see. My number 4, I said again, did I do this already?
No, you're
Oh,
it.
X-Men. 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 And again, I'm just like a sucker for when you put a bunch of superheroes together. And I guess the cool thing for me, because I'm on this total Black Girl Magic kick, um, was to see Holly Berry in there as Storm. And in my memory, that's the first time I can recall seeing a female black superhero. Am I wrong? Or I'm sure they're maybe in the history of comic books, but on screen portrayed. Can you help me?
No, that's the first one, I
Well,
believe.
I mean, Eartha Eartha Kitt, but that was on
Yeah, and that
that
was on
was
the Batman TV
right.
show,
That was
and
on
she
a
was,
small
even
screen.
though Catwoman now in comic books is considered like an anti-hero, she's not
Okay.
really a bad guy, and she's kind of like partnered up with Batman because they're like romantically involved. So she does good things, but
Hmm.
Eartha Kitt was Catwoman, and Halle Berry was actually Catwoman, and Catwoman
Oh,
was a
that's
bad guy.
right.
Halle
That's
Berry
right.
did the Catwoman movie. I'm trying to think what Catwoman was before X-Men or not, but Halle Berry was
Which
Catwoman.
Batman was that? Holly
Huh?
Berry.
With
Which
Batman?
Batman? Hmm.
That's the reason I didn't watch the movie and didn't like it, because it wasn't tied to any Batman. It wasn't tied to actual Catwoman lore from the books. So I kind
Okay.
of like, yeah, I'm not watching that.
You are such a purist when it
I
comes
was
to some
look,
of
I
these
was very
things.
disappointed. I went to go see Venom, the movie Venom. Venom is a villain that started off with the Spider-Man comic books. And they did Venom without doing Spider-Man and connecting Venom to Spider-Man. And there's no way you can have a Venom without a Spider-Man. And I went to go see that movie, and I was going in with good intentions, but just as I figured I would be, I was very disappointed in the origin that they gave this character because Spider-Man wasn't connected to it.
Okay.
So you
Next on
can't, to
our
me, you can't
list.
do things.
All
So
right.
my number 4 is Blank Man.
Blank Man. You
Blank
have
Man
to help
was
me out with this one because I didn't see
Blank
this one.
Man is the Damon Wayans vehicle with David Alan
Oh,
Grier and Robin Givens, and it was a comedy. But this guy wanted to be a superhero, and he was like a very nerdy guy, and he did all these things to be a superhero, and he became his own. It was like if you want to be a superhero in real life, this is what you could do. You could be Blank Man and
okay. So this
make
movie
out
for
with
you
Holly
is all
Berry.
about projection.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, you get to make out with Holly Berry.
What?
You get to make out with Holly Berry. Not Holly
And
Berry, Robin Givens. You get to make out with Robin
Robin
Givens.
Givens. Okay. Yeah, that's two different people. Holly Berry, Robin Givens.
Yeah.
Two two different places. But again, somebody average Joe wanting to be a superhero. That sounds right up your alley. Uh, it's a shame
Don't
you
be
have to take your
surprised.
costume off.
Don't be surprised.
All right. We are getting down to the nitty gritty and coming up on our top three choices. Need to hear from you guys. The comments are kind of drying up. So share with us what's your favorite
Please,
superhero
yeah, do not be
movie.
scared. Share with us.
Share
Talk
with
to us,
us.
call us.
Call us. Before we get into like our top three choices, just wanted to again, we shared some exciting news that your grandson you'll get to meet this week. So I know that's something
Yes,
you're
coming in
excited
from
about.
Japan. Yes.
All the way from Japan, Milo. I'm pretty excited. I don't know if you saw my post, but it seems like the play that I did, Raisin in the Sun, playing Lena Younger, actually garnered an nomination for a K Award, which is
Wow.
a local community theater award for
Wow.
Hickory Community Theater. So I got a nomination.
Nice.
So that's kind of neat.
Nice. Congratulations. The
So
play,
hopefully, and
the play was awesome. It was, I saw the play on the last night it played. It was awesome. It
I know
was,
that. Well,
I'm looking at it, I'm like,
that was an
I'm looking
awesome
around the
surprise
room.
for me.
Yeah, I'm looking around the room and I'm telling people, that's my sister. That's my sister. That's my sister. That's my sister right there. That's my sister up there. You know, and she did, oh my God, Cassie did such an awesome job in this play. Oh my God.
So
Anyway,
we're moving in the top three. We're moving
hey,
in the top
Anna, wait a
three,
minute.
celebrating the good things and
My,
celebrating superhero movies. What you want to
we
go
have a
with your
comment.
number three?
We have a comment on my page.
Okay. See,
My friend,
if they
my
don't
friend,
comment on the Kathy and
on
Kenny
the
page,
main,
I
I
can't
know.
post
I know.
it. Oh, I hate
But
that.
my friend Ayana says,
Okay.
The Dark Knight is her favorite superhero movie.
The
She's saying
Dark
that
Knight.
the Dark Knight, and I have a problem with the Kristen Bale Batman movies
Uh-oh.
because they don't follow canon as much. And
Get ready for a rant, people.
the first one, that Kristen Bale did, um, um, the first Batman movie he did, it was against his main foe, Raza, besides the Joker, Raza Ghul. And the thing I had a lot of problem with that, with the whole series, they focused more on the fact that he had all these gimmicks and he could fight. They didn't focus too much on the fact that Batman is primarily a detective. Plus, that's what Raja Ghul calls Bruce Wayne Batman. He knows his secret identity and he refers to him as the detective. So in the first Batman that Christian Bale did, Raja Ghul never referred to Bruce Wayne Batman as the detective. So that kind of threw me off the whole movie. It ruined it for me, the whole thing.
Okay. I'm sorry. It's just
Um,
a little scary. Um, because you're off in a world that I know nothing about.
all right, what's your
Mind
number three? What's your
blown.
number three? What's your number three?
What? Can I not play with the effects a little
Yeah,
bit?
yeah, you
You
can
know,
play with the effects. What's your number three?
my number three. Okay, my number three. Now, this movie at the time, there's two movies that I've watched recently that now when I watch them, they scare me. They're not the movies they originally were. One was a comedy called um, Idiocracy, starring Luke Wilson and Maya Rudolph. And it was about a guy who was in a time capsule and then just happened to wake up in the future and somebody scary. We'll get to that comment in a second. Was president and the world was just in a bad place. And more, I think, oh wow, is that possible? The other movie, and when I watched this was a movie, originally a comic book called V for Vendetta. And at first I thought, oh, Natalie Portman trying to pull off an English accent, but I wasn't quite as painful. Although then I thought, why couldn't they just get Kira Knightley? But in any case, V for Vendetta. I put this in my superhero movie because I believe it's originated from a graphic novel, and actually the hero. Um, yeah, he was a bit of a superhero, kind of raging against the establishment. But more and more, like if you go back and actually watch this movie, um, the start of the movie, there is it takes place in England, and um, um, based on a guy who's wearing a Guy Fawkes mask, and he's the hero. But the reason he is a superhero wearing the mask is because his body is burnt and is all deformed because of these experiments that were done on him to find a cure for a disease that was pandemic like, that kind of um, was ravaging the world. And as far as America was concerned, we were mired in all kinds of civil war and unrest. And I don't know. Sometimes now watching
It's
that
kind of,
movie,
yeah,
it used to be
okay.
a superhero movie that was kind of, oh yeah, you want to root for, the superhero, and he's avenging kind of these people who had done wrong, because all the people in government and in power were rich in things because they had come up with the cure for this disease. But in doing so,
Wow.
they killed a lot of people, and this particular guy got burned and disfigured because of it. So, scary movie now that I think
Wow.
about it.
Talk about
But
imitate. Talk about imitating life.
yeah, but again, I mean, maybe not the best and most well-made movie, but V for
I've never
Vendetta,
seen that one.
it's worth a look if you have you not seen it?
I've never seen that one, and I
You
will
have
see that.
never seen V for Vendetta? I'm
No,
surprised. Okay.
no. And but wait a minute. Before we go into
Okay.
Laura's comment,
Uh-huh.
Ayana says that when you start talking about V for Vendetta,
Mhm.
she posted that this is my top favorite V for Vendetta.
Whoa! All right. So that was three on my list. Number three on my list was V for Vendetta. So
Did you enjoy
also,
Aquaman? Was good.
not
Also, like
out there
Batman and
on my
Robin.
own. Some people actually, even though I haven't read every comic book and know every single superhero, I have a few fans, a few folks who know, uh, who can smell when I'm stepping in. Is that the
Ayana
same?
puts and the detective in his efforts to find the V guy discovers that the government was lying to their citizens the entire time.
Hmm. Oh yeah. But
Wow.
anyway, Lauren is saying Aquaman was good, and I really enjoyed Aquaman. I really did. You know what didn't make my list and probably should have? Because Aquaman was one I really enjoyed, as well as Guardians of the Galaxy. I enjoyed it, and maybe it was the soundtrack. And I'm a music lover, so I was won over by the music. So Guardians of the Galaxy, that rocks for me.
I understand everybody's love for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mhm.
And there's
Oh
parts
my
of
goodness,
Guardians.
here we go.
There's parts of Guardians of the
How
Galaxy.
did it not tie into the comic book?
There's parts of Guardians of the Galaxy that I did like. However, um, you know, my Guardians of the Galaxy when I first started collecting books and the first Guardians of the Galaxy, that was not the lineup, that was not the team. So, it's kind of and the Guardians of the Galaxy actually is originally started off as originally started off as a future team, a team like thousands of years in the future.
Okay, but
So I'm kind of yeah, I'm
getting the
kind of
comic book, just that movie, come on.
it's okay, it's good, it's a good movie. Now
Okay, here's what I say to your
Aquaman,
review. I'm Groot.
Aquaman, I do like Aquaman.
Aquaman.
Um, I think it should have got more play or
And
more
Jason
notoriety
Momoa.
than it did.
You think
Um,
it should have gotten more play?
I think it should have got more advertising than it did. Maybe I think it
Yeah.
should be. I think people should give it more credit than what it
Hmm.
is now. Batman and Robin. Lauren, are you talking about the George Clooney Batman and Robin movie? I
Well, what
mean,
other
because
Batman and Robin movie was there? Wasn't
well,
that George Clooney and
yeah, George Clooney
Chris
and Chris what's his name? Anyway, it was trash.
Chri- that's not the way to win friends and influence people by telling
I'm
them
sorry.
that
I'm
their
sorry.
favorite superhero movie is trash. I mean,
No, and
FYI.
people liked it. It was good for the effects. Everything it had Batgirl in it and everything else. That was great.
O'Connell or
Yeah, Chris O'Connell. Yeah,
Chris
Chris O'Donnell.
Chris O something.
Yeah, oh something, whatever. He
We're horrible. No, it's Jerry O'Connell. Chris
no,
O'Donnell.
yeah, okay, yeah, but he
Jerry.
wasn't. Number one, he wasn't the best Robin in the world.
He wasn't the best Robin. What?
No,
What do you need to be a Robin?
Dick
Okay, yeah,
Grayson.
she is talking about the huh? I mean, what do you need to be a
Dick
Robin
Grayson.
except some decent
Dick.
tights?
Look, okay, they gave him the Dick Grayson name, but he
Mhm.
was actually a Jason Todd in acting Robin
Okay.
because there's a bunch of different Robins, and he was pretty much, he was an okay Robin,
All right.
but it's
He wasn't the Robin. He
Batman
wasn't
pulled
the
out
end all be Robin.
yeah, Batman pulled out a credit card. Okay, that kind of ended the movie for most Batman fans.
Well, let's go to your number three. Your number three, as we wind down this list, is Superman 2. Is it
Yes, kneel before God. No, Zod. Kneel
Zod?
before Zod. There's
That's
such
all
a
you have to say.
universe. There's such a universal term. Kneel before Zod. Like
Was
everybody
that in the
sees that
comic books, or
scene.
that's
It
just
doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter?
It doesn't
It
matter.
really doesn't matter.
Superman 2 kneel before Zod. It's just kneel. It's just and the whole thing where he's fighting them. That was like okay. And the first Superman was awesome and
Mhm.
very charismatic, and you saw him fly. The whole banner was "You can believe a man can fly." But the
Right.
second Superman, you actually saw a superhero fight. Now I'm trying to think that might be the first real superhero fight that you saw. that was like an actual, not just two guys in costumes hitting each other, but people actually using powers in a fight.
Hmm. So Superman 2
That
and
I'm picking things out for boom. For this is like, you know, this strikes you. This is something groundbreaking, and Superman 2 did that.
okay. Now again, my qualifications had to be a movie that I enjoyed, that spoke to me, that said something to me, and my next movie is Wonder Woman. Now, I don't know if it followed the comic books. I don't even care. I just thought that Gal Gadot or I don't know how to pronounce her name, but why are you shaking your head? Don't shake your
I
head.
give no, I give Gal Gadot she did a stunning job as Wonder Woman. She did better than I thought she did. She was awesome. She is an awesome Wonder Woman because she's still playing
Plus,
the role.
you
I'm
got
glad.
Robin Wright Penn or Robin Penn, whatever Robin Wright, whatever she's going by now.
Mhm.
She's got her. I mean, I just thought that excellent. And oh, who's the guy who was the Captain Kirk guy?
Oh yeah, Pine.
Pine. Oh,
His
Chris
last name is
Pine.
Pine. Chris Pine.
Yeah. I
Um,
thought he was
and you know
awesome in
what?
it as well.
The thing that
Tell me what was wrong with Wonder Woman. How are you going to tell
nothing.
me something was
Oh,
wrong with
the
Wonder
one
Woman?
thing that was wrong with Wonder Woman was the ending. The ending was kind of like they had a great movie up until the ending, but the Amazons were awesome. Like Wonder Woman was a great movie until they got like cosmic at the end. It was a great movie. It was awesome, and Gal Gadot does a great job. She did a great job in the Justice League movie, and she did a great
Oh, and
job.
children. I work with children. That's
And
just my favorite
she
line
did
from
a
that
great
movie.
job. And she did a great job in the Batman versus Superman movie.
What was
She
the
did
last one? Was the
the
last one?
Justice League, but
Last one was Justice League.
yeah, but she's coming out this
I
year.
think I
Either
missed
later,
the what was the first one that they were all in? Weren't they all another
Batman
one?
versus Superman.
Batman versus Superman. I don't think I
Hmm.
saw that one. Um, I,
You missed nothing.
I wish I know. I wish I know Marvel. DC Universe is different from Marvel Universe, but just like Disney is streaming all the Marvel movies, I wish there was a service that would stream all the DC movies because
There
I
is.
need to watch
Well,
like.
no, there's not. DC does have a streaming channel, but it kind of sucks.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to be honest with you. I pay for it, and I'm sorry.
Oh, you pay for the
I
DC
pay, yeah,
streaming?
well, because they have original content on it. They do have some original content, but a lot of stuff is moving to HBO Max anyway. So I'm gonna get rid of my DC streaming and get HBO Max.
Maybe get HBO
Ayana
Max.
says that Miss Kathy sounds like me. I didn't read the comics, but I like the movies. LOL.
Exactly, and
Ayana,
that's all you need.
Ayana, do not call her name is Kathy, not Miss Kathy. I understand you're a little younger than us.
I If somebody
Ayana
wants
is
to
a
call me Miss Kathy, let them call me Miss Kathy.
no. Ayana is a very good friend of mine. She's a very
Yeah.
she's a very in a short time I've known her, love her dearly. She's a very good friend of mine, and she's helped me out with some stuff that I need help with. So Ayana is cool people, man. She's great.
That
But
is awesome.
Ayana, it's just totally Cassie.
Yes, call me Kathy. Um,
I'm giving you permission. Um
Next on the list, your number 2 movie. We are winding down. We got 4 minutes to go.
my number
I
two is
know the
your
number.
number six, which
Oh yeah, it was
is
my number 6.
Superman the movie.
Yeah. And again, what more can we say?
Because
You
it
got
made you believe that a man could fly. And Christopher Reeves is Superman. No matter even
no
in
matter
death.
who gets the role, who plays the part,
Yeah, even in
Christopher
death,
Reeve is the ultimate Superman.
even in
Period.
death, Christopher Reeves is Superman. I'm just saying, he was perfect, the perfect Superman.
All right. So next on the list is my number. Um, okay, I'm sorry. As I'm typing the list as we go along. I probably could
Oh,
have typed them all out, but it's kind
it's
of fun.
fine. It's
My
fine. We're
number
grooving.
1, I think, was your number 9, and that
Yeah,
is Black Panther. Um, Again, Black Panther, not in the 70s sense, but uh, still, nevertheless, just enjoyed that movie. I actually took your parents to see that movie, and I was a little worried. I didn't think they would get into like the whole Marvel Universe superhero movie, but they really did. And think um, I think, oh no, your father left because he had to go to the bathroom. But they even stayed for, because I told him you got to stay for the
Oh, you got to
after
stay.
credits. You know,
Yeah, you
just
can't.
to put all
You
the people
cannot go to
together.
a Marvel movie and not stay for the after credits. That's just sacrilege. If somebody says
Well,
they
you know
left
what?
after the movie, you
That's
can't.
the
You
one thing I truly miss with quarantine. And when they talk about the new normal, I know everybody is Netflixing and chilling, and you can stream just about everything. But the experience of being in a theater, I really, really do miss that.
well,
And
they open it
no
back up
matter what
again.
the movie, superhero movie or not, the best part of it is getting to watch
Yes.
the credits. And because you must know who that key grip is. And I need to know the name of the best boy, don't you? But I always stay for the credits. I always
What
stay
does
to
the
the bitter
best
end.
boy do?
I I need to be there before the movie starts because I need to be there in time to see previews. Now, I get annoyed if I got to see commercials because if I want commercials when I'm paying, let's face it, $20, I'm probably paying more than that because by the time I buy some popcorn, something to drink, ridiculous. But anyway,
Try taking three teenage girls.
oh, I can imagine. But I don't need commercials. But anyway, they do them and it happens, so I just have to live with it. But I do need my previews. I need some decent previews. And you know what? Your previews better be geared towards me because if I'm going to see a romantic comedy, don't show me some horror movie previews. Show me some light, family oriented romantic comedy previews.
Well,
If
couples
I'm going to
like
see
the
a superhero movie, I'll take the action adventure previews. But
well
yeah,
couples like the horror movies, so the woman can, get scared and go up to the guy and just rub up to the guy. In
okay,
my
you know what?
case,
You know
in
what?
my
When
case,
you
when I
start
go on dates,
saying these
when I go
things
on dates to horror
are
movies,
sexist.
I usually rub up to the girl because I'm usually the one that's scared.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Uh, we digress. Okay, let's get to what's next on the list.
My number one.
That was my number one. So let's get to your number one, which
My
is
number one is Watchmen. Watchmen is actually frame by frame practically of what the comic book is.
oh
Like
wow.
it's so eerie how they had to change the ending a little bit from what the ending is in the book to the ending in the movie. But Watchmen is so. When the Watchmen first came out, I didn't collect it back in the 80s.
Hmm.
And when it came out in paperback, George got me to read the paperback before the movie came out. And I read it before I saw the movie. And then I saw the movie. I'm like, oh my God, this is like reading the comic book. The casting was on point. The actors were on point. The whole thing was just like it was like reading the book. You know how they say when they change like the color purple. When people say they read the color purple and they see the movie, the book and the movie are two different things.
Hmm. Well, actually,
What
the color
Watchmen
purple, when I tried to read the book, I struggled because of the way it was written and the language, and I wasn't able to read the book till after I saw the movie, only because I was struggling with the language of it. But again, yeah, there were some differences. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
but and Ayana saying now Watchmen was a little lengthy to her. It was
I
long.
don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, it is
I
well.
know
I
I'm
mean,
losing my superhero cred.
yeah, no, well, you had no superhero credits coming in, and you admitted that.
Okay, that's wrong.
But yeah, I know.
That's just
but
mean.
if you watch the Watchmen, the psychological
I
and the
can
thing about
control your volume and
I know
everything.
you can't. Don't do
Okay,
that
I
now.
can I can actually remove you from the show talking
I'm
about my
about to say
credit.
something very important though. The thing about the
Oh, so he was about to say something very important, but you know what? It's 9:30. Our time is up. So
Well, real quick, the thing about the Watchmen, which is very important, is that if you watch the Watchmen and then you see the HBO show that was done like what 10, 20 years later, it mixes in with the show, and the HBO show is even better than the movie. And the movie was a 10 out of 10. So the HBO show is adds on to it in a totally different way. And it, yeah, but Lauren, Watchmen matches the book. It
okay,
is
so
eerie
usually the
the way
movies
Watchmen
never
matches the
match
book.
the book. Very
Yeah,
frustrating.
I know what you're saying, Lauren. I totally get it. But Watchmen is the best interpretation from a book that you will ever see in a superhero movie. Ever.
Oh, you
And
know
that's
what?
because everything Marvel did.
There was a book that I absolutely loved, and I'm trying to think because I know Barbara Streisand directed the movie, and it was, oh, Prince of Tides. Prince of
Okay.
Tides. That book was excellent, excellent, and I don't know what in the world Barbara Streisand was thinking, but totally missed, in my opinion, missed the whole point of that book, and
And
that was
sometimes
very
directors take
disappointing.
their own take on things and it totally,
We
messes
need to
up.
do a show of like uh books to movies because again, there's some really good adaptations out there and then some really, really bad
Really
ones.
bad. Yes, that is a good idea for a show.
Hey,
But we got
we
August all figured out, so
well, August is all figured out, but maybe in September, come September,
maybe
well,
September or
yeah.
November or October, or December.
Quarantine's going on that long, you think?
I think so. I don't think I'm going. I don't think I'm going back from working from home until like January. So yeah, I think so.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I go back to school. I mean, I've been back as far as just working with teachers, and students will be back on Monday, the 17th. So we are under Plan B, which is a hybrid model. Half our students will be there Monday, Tuesday, the other half Thursday, Friday. So, and then
Yes.
working virtual on the days that they're not in
That's the same way
school.
the kids up here are going to school. Yes,
Okay, they're
because Olivia and both Olivia and Mackenzie, who are W's, are in the both different schools Thursday and Friday.
Oh, but they do Thursday and Friday. Yes, last half of the alphabet.
Hmm.
Okay, so again, our thoughts with all of those
Yes,
teachers, custodians, cafeteria folks who are working in schools, as well as the students and the parents. Hopefully,
and the
everyone is
teachers.
wearing their masks, being safe, and we'll
Please wear your mask and be safe. We want you to be. Where's my? Oh, hold on. What?
where's
Yeah.
your mask? Let's end this right now. Wash your hands, wear your mask, wait 6 feet apart.
My new Black Lives Matter mask.
Okay, there you go.
So yeah, wear your mask. Um, be safe.
Be safe.
Respect. You're wearing your mask, and for the people who say that you're losing your rights, it's for the respect of others. I know your mama taught you with respect. Respect others and protect them, and wear your mask.
And once again, if you're tuning in, consider liking our Facebook page, giving us a thumbs up, and a subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. We are Kathy and Kenny. We explain pop culture every Saturday night. Thank you. Be
Thank
safe.
you.
We'll see you next
Be safe.
week.
Peace. God bless your soul and keep living.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.